Namaste, dear teachers. Today, I would like to speak about something which is very dear to my heart and which I feel is very important for educators and also for children. Before I begin, I would like to take this opportunity to thank our dear correspondent, ma'am, Dr. Manimeghla Mohandas, for this opportunity to share something that is truly transformational. It will transform the way we teach, the way we live, and the way we perceive the world. Our lives as educators presently is very, very hectic. I agree. But if we just reflect upon how much impact we have on children, we realize that the moral preaching we do certainly has the least impact. The rewards and punishment systems do help a little. Role modeling definitely helps a lot. Forming emotional bonds is great. Yes, these methods do work, but sometimes they don't in a profound, lasting way as we would like to. There is a deeper, a more profound way, one that reaches the very core of a child's consciousness and it instills values naturally and effortlessly. The Bhagavad Gita holds the answer. The teachings of the Gita have been hidden from us for generations. Our parents don't know about it. Our generation, hardly anybody knows what the Gita is teaching us. And in fact, even our grandparents' generations, many of them are not clear about what the Gita really tells us. Now, you would ask, I'm having such a busy schedule. I'm running from pillar to pole day in and day out. I don't have a single minute time. Where is the time? At this point, I would like to tell you the story of the two lizards. There were two lizards who were on the ceiling, and one of them looked out and said, "It's a beautiful weather. Let's spend some time, looking out at the weather." The other is like, the other lizard, second lizard says, "How can you think of moving out and having, time for ourselves? The ceiling will fall off." Most of us are like the second lizard. We think that everything rests upon us. And the reality is that if we choose to have time for ourselves, for our own spiritual growth, everything else will be taken care of more efficiently. The Gita teaches us how to act without attachment, how to work without anxiety, and how to live without fear, which is a very important teaching and it will help us, with several disciplinary issues we face with children today. Another simple story is how a man was using a bamboo stick every night. Why did he sleep with a bamboo stick? Simply because the ceiling fan in his room was not functioning. So he used to, every minute, every time the fan would stop working, he would take the bamboo stick and he would, try to move it. We are doing the same with our lives. We are using temporary solutions for our deeper mental and physical stress, never addressing the real problem. The real problem is our disconnected consciousness. So instead of taking care of the electromagnetic functioning of the fan and just simply using physical and manual methods, we need to understand the real problem and we need to get connected with the divine. At this point, I would like to refer to this quotation, which I found in an article by Dr. Manimeghla Mohana, correspondent, ma'am. She says true success is not how much you take from the world, but how much you contribute to it. So this is very important, the giver-taker dynamic. And the success equation of balanced growth in children is discussed in this article very beautifully. And as I read it, I could relate to it so well. And I felt that this, comes very easily with spirituality. The spiritual teaching itself begins by, with teaching children to move from selflessness to selfishness. Also, I want to add that spirituality is very much a science. Just as Srisha ma'am was talking about positive disciplining recently, she spoke about how, we teach children to investigate and inquire. Investigation is not about simply receiving information. Children actually have to ask questions, they explore answers through observation and experimentation. Spirituality also requires us to do the same. It's not just giving some information from the Gita, it's about allowing children to ask questions, to explore answers, to look at the different teachings of the Gita and try to implement it in your life and observe the results and through experimentation come to conclusions. Therefore, spirituality is very much a science. Today, your attending is not a coincidence. The whole understanding of karma begins here. The whole understanding that the human life is very rare is also very crucial for us to understand that such kind of a knowledge does not come to us by coincidence. Therefore, I appeal to all of you to realize how rare gift this human life is, and that it is not for us to waste away and lead, an animalistic life, simply bothered about eating, sleeping, mating, and defending ourselves, and rather to take up spirituality and raise our consciousness. So, is our ID a cut and paste? Yes. Most of us right now are puzzled about our real self in the face of AI and the invasive technology in our lives. The eerie question which arises is, we are also AI models running on a program which we created through the many lives that we have led, through our many births, the karma, we are going through the results of the desires we have, had in so many lifetimes, through the karma that we have created, through the modes that we have, the gunas that we have fed in our previous lives. So when we discover, I appeal to all of you to discover more about this from the Gita as it is. And there's a beautiful 5-day online course. It happens from March 23rd to 27th. Only tomorrow, it begins tomorrow. It's an online course. I appeal to all of you, all educators must know, especially leaders in the field of education, must know about what the Gita is teaching. They must take this course. It's just 990 rupees. I think it is worth it. You get a Bhagavad Gita book, you get a certificate, and you also get to understand this amazing knowledge. So, AI are you also running on AI? It's time to look inside. Are you a deeply learned model who acts as if programmed? Yes. We need to take conscious control of our lives, and this requires special initiation. The Gita affords us that. Please join the 5 online sessions, update, upscale, and upgrade before it's too late. We're actually already too late. The Gita education should begin as a child. At least let us now as educators take this up and get our children to learn it early, because that is the right time to learn the Gita. Please scan this to know more. You could go to www.gita.academy, and you could also, call up these numbers or WhatsApp the number and get to know about it. And please register. You have to just pay online 990 rupees and attend the classes online. It's very convenient timing. 5:30 to 7 tomorrow is the first class, and thereafter Monday to Thursday, the timing is 7:30 to 9. Bhakti Vinod Swami Maharaj is the teacher. He is very proficient in the study of both Gita and Srimad Bhagavatam, a realist, a life hacker, and a servant leader. And therefore, let's go for it. Once you finish these 5-day course, you can also contemplate on doing 18-day course, which happens. It's a free course happening every month. In the month of April 2025, it starts on the 14th of April. I request all of you to register. This has got just 1-hour sessions for 18 days, covering one chapter a day, and it's available in all these different languages and different age groups and different timings. You can choose your own language, timing, and age group, and understand what the Gita is all about. Be courageous. Take your first step on your spiritual journey now. It's time we get rid of our old ways. Very tough to get rid of them because they are habit of lifetimes, not just one life. We have been just running after materialistic, fleeting pleasures life after life. It's time to put a full stop to that and to realize our true goal as a human being. What will you get? Like I told you, a certificate, the Bhagavad Gita, a meditation kit, and the fortune of listening to the key concepts of the Gita, which most of us don't even know at all, from an authority in the subject. Hare Krishna. Thank you so much.